not a game, it's a rich thing.
For 720 naira. Find the value of the store. Okay, for us to find the value of the store, first thing we know is this. We know from the info we're given, Taiwo to Kende is 11 to 9. 11 to 9. And normally, if I were to get the value of Taiwo, Taiwo is going to be 11 over the sum of the two if I were to express it in fraction, which is going to be 20, then times the total that is shared will give the amount that Taiwo got. But here we are told that Kehinde sells 2/3 of her share to Taiwo for 720. Is sold okay, so if that means we have to get the value of Kehinde. If we want to get the value that Kehinde has, Kehinde will be having 9 over 20 times the total that is shared will be equal to the value of Kehinde. And for Taiwo, this is for Taiwo. Taiwo is going to be 11t over 20. For Kehinde, Kehinde is going to be 90 over 20. So since later Kehinde sells 2/3 of her share to Taiwo, so 2/3 of Kehinde's share, that is 2 over 3 times Kehinde 90 over 20 is equal to 720. So from there we should be able to figure out the total value of the store. Then that will be equal to 2 times this, that will be 18t all divided by 60 equal to 720. If we make t the subject of the formula, t will be equal to 720 times 60 all divided by 18. To compute this, we have 720 times 60, and that will result to that divided by 18. Our answer will be 2004. So that implies that the total value of the store is 2004. Let's check for the other question. That same year, question number 7. We are told the taxpayer is allowed 1/3 of his income tax-free and pays 20% on the remainder. If he pays 490 tax, what is his income? Now let us say his income is high. Is allowed a tax-free of a taxpayer is allowed 1/8 of his income tax-free. So 1/8 of this is tax-free. 1/8 of this, 1/8 of his income is tax-free. Tax-free. That means he's not going to pay tax on this one. Now, if he pays 20% on the remainder. So for us to get the remainder on a good day, the remainder on a good day will be his income minus 1/8 of his income, because that will be the remainder. If he's not paying 1/8 of this and out of his income, so that will be this minus this, and this minus this, that should be 7 over 8i. That is his remainder. So if he pays 20% on the remainder. That means 20% will be his tax, and we are told that if he pays 490 tax, what is his income? It therefore implies that 20% of his remainder, that is 20% of 7 over 8I, will be equal to 490. So from here we can figure out the value of I, and 20%, that will be 20 over 100 times 7 over 8I will be equal to 490. Here, if we make I the subject formula, I will be equal to 490 times 100 times 8, all divided by 20 times 7. 20 in here is going to be 1, 20 in here is going to be 5, and 7 here is going to be 1, 7 here is going to be 7. So we have 70. We will be having 70 times 5 times this. 5 times this, that is 40. So 40, we now have 70 times 40. 70 times 40, that would be, 2800, which will be 2800, and that would be option C. Yeah, 1989, question number 8. Okay, deposited 800 naira in the bank at the rate of 12.5% simple interest. After some time, the total amount was 1.5 times the principal. How many years was the money left in the bank? Okay, okay, deposited 800 naira, that is the principal. So from the info, we know that the principal is 800 naira, and deposited it at the rate of 12.5%, which is going to be, this is 25 over 2 percentage. After some time, the total amount equals 1.5 times. So the total amount is 1.5 times the principal. That A will be equal to 3 over 2p. So we have A equal to 3 over 2p. How many years was the money rather left in the bank? So we are looking for T, and since we know the amount is principal plus interest, and interest is PRT over 100, so A will be equal to P bracket 1 plus RT over 100 by factorizing P, and we will be having A equal to P bracket 1 plus, if we substitute, okay, sorry, since we are going to make T the subject of the formula, let's still hold on to this RT over 100 bracket this. Now A, divide both sides by P, we have this equal to 1 plus RT over 100, and we are told that A is 3 over 2p, so we have 3 over 2p over p equal to 1 plus RT over 100. P will cancel p, therefore we have 3 over 2 equal to 1 plus RT over 100. If we take this one to the other side, we have 3 over 2 equal minus 1 equals RT over 100. 3 over 2 is 1.5. 1.5 minus 1, that would be 0.5 or 1 half, equal to RT over 100. If we cross multiply 100 times that would be 50, equal to RT. Then T will be equal to 50 divided by R. Therefore, T will be equal to 50 divided by, and our R is 25 over 2. So T is going to be 50 times 2 over 25, which will be 25 here is 1, 25 here is 2, so that will be 4. So that will amount to 4 years, which is option B. So for that same year, 1989 question, oh, sorry, for that same UME 1990, question number 4. We are told that what rate would a sum of 100 naira deposited for 5 years raise an interest of 7 naira 50 kobo? Since we know that interest is PRT over 100, all we have to do is to make R the subject of the formula. R will therefore be equal to 100 times I, all divided by PT. Then R is going to be equal to the substitution of all these values times, we raise an interest of 7.50, all divided by P is 100 times 5 years. So 100 will cancel 100, then we will be having 7.50 divided by 5, which is going to be, which is 1.25, that would be 50, that would be 1.50, which is still the same thing as 3 over 2, which is still the same thing as 1 number 1 over 2 percentage, option A. UME 1991 question number says Musa borrows 10 naira at 2% per month interest and repays 8 naira after 4 months. How much does he still owe? Now, in this case, we are told he borrows 10 naira at 2% per month. Now, percentage here is not given per year, it's given per month. So the rate is per month. Therefore, our formula, which is the interest, equal to PRT over 100. Our time here, since the rate is going to be per month and it borrows it for a total of 4 months, our time here is now going to be 4 months, not year. Since the rate is per month now, the interest will be equal to P 10 naira times the rate 2 times the time 4 months, all divided by 100. If we simplify this will cancel this, everything will be 0.8 naira. So it implies that the interest is 0.8 naira. The next thing is, after the end of 4 months, this will amount to what? Amount is principal plus interest. The principal in this case is 10 naira. 10 naira plus 0.8 naira, that will result to 10 naira 80 kobo. So the amount is meant to pay at the end of 4 months is 10 naira 80 kobo, but he repays 88 naira. So the amount that he still owes is going to be 10 naira 80 kobo minus 8 naira, and this will absolutely result to 2 naira 80 kobo, which will be option C. And let's check for the other one. UME 1992 question number 13. A man invested a sum of 280 naira, partly at 59% and partly at 4%. If the total interest is 12.8 per annum, find the amount invested at 5%. I think there is a mistake here, because I believe this partly at 55% should be 5%. should be 5%. That's what I think. At the end of the solution, we will know. But for now, let's stick with this. Should be 5%. Okay. Now a man invested a sum. Let's say he invested it at A, company A, and let's say company B. At company A, 5% rate. At company B, 4% rate. If the total interest is this, find the amount invested at 5%. So I look for the amount invested at 5%. Let us call the amount X. Now, since he invested a total sum of 280, if he invests X naira here, that implies he will invest 280 minus X in here. That will be the principal here. And how do we now get the interest? Recall that interest is PRT over 100. Now, since he's investing it at the same time rate, the time is going to be 1, since percent 4% is per annum, so that is for a year. So therefore the interest in A will be P, which is X, times the rate 5 over 100. So we will have 5x over 100. Now the interest in B is the principal, which is 280 minus X, times the rate 4 all over 100, which will be equal to, okay, let me still leave that. Now if the total interest is 12.80 kobo, now if the total interest is that, the total interest will be the sum of this interest and this interest. It therefore implies that 12.80 will be equal to 5x over 100 plus 280 minus x times 4 over 100. Okay, so what would this be? If we multiply all through by 100, that would be 1280 equal to 5x plus 280 minus x times 4. So what next can we do? What we can do next is to expand. We have 5x plus, we have 280, where's, get my calculator right here, 280 times 4, that would be 1120 minus 4x. Collection of items, 1280 minus 1120 will be equal to 5x minus 4x, which will be x. So we will be having 1, let me just say minus 1280. So that will result to 160. So this minus this, that will be 160. 160 equal to x. Therefore implies that the amount he invested for the 5% rate is 160. So this proves that the percentage here is 5%, which I believe that was a typo initially. So that is for that. VMA 1993 question number 8. We are told if 225 naira yields 27 naira in X years simple interest at the rate of 4% per annum, find X. Now this yields this. Now you recall that yields implies interest. So the interest is 27 naira. Now if I is equal to PRT over 100 and we are looking for time, if we make T the subject formula, that would be 100I all divided by PR. If we substitute, we have 100 times 27 all divided by the principal is 225 times the rate is 4. We will have 4 in here is 1, 4 in here is going to be 25. So we will have 25. Let me find. I just have 25 times 27 divided by 225. That will result to 3. That will result